Hey guys, welcome back to Super Switch U. This should be the first video after the scheduling changes and upload date changes. So today we're going to do a review. If that wasn't obvious from the title card, that's what we're going to do. And it's also kind of early and my voice just squeaked. I'm going to do one for a game I've been pushing off, and let's see if I can remember all the things I wanted to talk about. So go ahead and just kind of jump in. If I can get this right there. Okay. So Ben 10 2017. This will probably be one of the last times that we covered this game specifically for a while. Unless I come up with a different thing to cover on it. We have now gone through the entire game from start to finish. And done Under 60 Gaming, we've done Let's Play Tabletop. We're now doing a review. So, kind of hit most of the bases. And I'm not going to just start from the beginning, but we'll pick a random level and just kind of jump in. Here in just a second. But just to kind of review, this is a 2.5D, I guess. I don't know if that's the right title, because I think that's going into the background and foreground, but you're still 2D, but it's more like a very enclosed 3D beat 'em up game. And very simple little story that ties in with what the show does. And you got 6 stages with 3 collectibles per stage. And you can kind of see the completion time. We took a lot of damage in that last stage. It does show you how much damage you took, your highest combos, that kind of stuff. So, I mean, that's neat. But one thing I do want to jump into and I guess complain about is the fact that there's only 6 stages, and I don't think it took us 20 minutes to beat any one stage, because it didn't. I mean, our smallest completion time was the Canyon at 8 minutes and 40 seconds. Longest time was the Hive at 17 minutes and 37 seconds. And we beat the entire thing in under an hour and a half, I think, by rushing through, and somebody else probably could do it in an hour or less. Somebody, a little bit better at the game. So let's go back to the scrapyard. We'll look for some collectibles and stuff.
If you want my advice, which I do not. Whatever. Just don't come crying to me when you get stung. After all the bad guys I've taken down, some of which are like a gazillion times the size of a bee, you should show some respect for my awesome moves.
This seems like deja vu, or bija vu. But you really need to keep that ego in check, Ben. An inflated ego always gets in the way of success.
Yeah, but this isn't about ego. It's about, biga. Ben! Oh, come on. That's A-game pun material. Not worried about puns at the moment. Little help? The bug game.
Oh, this is probably the worst stage to pick because it's got the bee people, and I feel like they took up a good chunk of this game because this one stage took so long. Well, not this one, but the next one, the Hive. And they did split up the stages. I'll move me up here because there's nothing up there. They split it up 2 per boss, which was kind of weird. Let me see if I can remember how to... There we go. And I could go back to this using all of the transformations, so that's always a nice thing to go back to. You didn't really have a lot with combos and stuff. You could pick people up with A, you attack people with Y, and then you could counter and stuff with X. So not too detailed on the combat, which was a little disappointing too. You also have a special move when you build up a bar or something here.
I'm not gonna let him lay a hand on me.
Yeah, so you press A and... Oh, not that. Is that his special move? I feel like that's not... Let's see if I can find a big group of people. Can you go up here? Yeah, but there's no point to go up here.
Let's give this a little thought.
Let's see. Secret door. See, and I didn't do this before. I was rushing through to get all the stuff. But here's a sumo card. So there are little secret areas which I didn't know about. So that actually adds to it a little bit.
Let's get this over with.
I was just trying to get us a little bit of a refresher here
Feel the need for speed.
on the game and how it plays and stuff like that. Before I really dive in to talk about it. The enemies, there are different unique ones. Like you got your regular bees, you got your bee people, you got your big spider people. And then yeah, A is the special abilities. It's just Forearms. His ability was to pick people up and throw them when they're not unconscious. Can I jump up there? No. And then you got your little upgrade spot here, which I don't know if I can upgrade anybody. Oh yeah, I can. We got 3 people that can get upgrades. Go ahead and get diamond heads. 3 upgrades per person. Which, unless you're just really trying to get those as you go through, you probably won't get all of them by the end of the 6 stages there. But you got to redo stuff a lot. You probably could get some things there. Oh. I'm not knock them out in 23 seconds, and I just didn't see anybody. Yeah, I don't think that's happening. Nope, I had the wrong person out to do that. I need to switch to that one. This is another thing that's, I guess it's kind of a complaint. They all have, quote, abilities that help you get through the stages, but a lot of them are kind of repetitive, and so it feels like you really could have done the same job with, like, 3 transformations. So they don't feel unique enough, and even, like, their attacks and stuff are kind of the same way. Really, the only thing that separates any of the transformations is the special ability, and like I said, they're not unique enough. They're like turn into a ball, or pick somebody up, or slow everything down and just move really fast. Like it could have done more with it, I think. So this feels almost like it was maybe the developer's first major game, and they were trying to just get something out versus make a very detailed quality product. Which, I mean, I'm not going to say it was lazy by any means. I think it was more so like they maybe were content and happy before the best possible thing came out. No, I just got stuck. That is not good. As far as like actual glitches and stuff, I don't think I've actually came across anything, so that's a plus. Because we have played some games where we've come across some glitches, and that definitely takes away from it. I can't go through that door. Okay.
Making pretty good progress. Punks like you are
I almost feel like I'm missing something somewhere, but am I in the way? Oh, okay, no. Not really. There's something there. But... move on to the next area. See, like the actual gameplay itself is just do and repeat, and it feels very do and repeat. So like at first, it's neat, it's awesome. You know, you're just going around beating up bad guys as Ben 10, transforming into aliens, you know. But then by the last stage, you're just going around as Ben 10, beating up people, transforming into aliens. Like, it's very much the same. But you do have these, which are neat. So this kind of adds to it. You just have to build up that bar really far. Anything in that box? No. You can't go in that door either.
Must be headed the right way.
But I will say this, though. I've been kind of playing the other Ben 10 game that they did. Is that something over there? I don't know which way is the way forward.
Let's get this over with quick.
I can't go backwards. I should have went the other way. We'll try again here in a second when I beat these guys up, but I don't think I can go backwards. Which is disappointing if you're trying to like look for collectibles and stuff and you don't know where you're going. Yeah, maybe give you the ability to go back. Nope, I didn't get him in time. I don't want to go forward though. Let me go backwards. Nope. Okay. Yeah. Can't blame them on that one though. They want you to keep moving ahead. Like that's fine. It just I should have walked a little further in, but by the time I realized the other way was going on, it's too late.
Down you go.
There we go. A lot of the boxes don't do much, but give you a little bit of stuff for like a boost. Oh, I need to use a guy to go for forward. Forward. What is that?
Think
That
it's
one.
time to go green. That's a good sign. Moving on.
No, I don't have enough to upgrade. I just kind of feel like I'm playing too much. Let me bring me back up. Okay, so we really were just trying to get a refresher at that point and show off a little bit of gameplay while we're talking about it. My cappuccino's going cold, so I probably need to go back to doing this and not the other. Sorry. Oh, you got allergies going on? Just to try to collect my thoughts for a second here. Combat itself is pretty mid. Just in the fact that, like, there's not enough to keep it interesting all the time. But it's not so basic as it doesn't stand out from anything. Like, you do have abilities that you build up bars to use. Plus the different alien transformations kind of work like different combos, so you could always switch to change it up. If only those other aliens had different regular attacks and not punch, punch again, punch a third time, super punch or something, you know, like it's all rinse and repeat, you know. The actual stages themselves between the 6 are different, like they're very different, but a lot of these different areas feel like you're winding around in the exact same spot. So, Scrapyard, It was just junk everywhere. And it was just always junk everywhere. The circus, I think, was... no, actually, it was town, wasn't it? Like, you were going through town. The circus was the boss fight, though. But the first stage, it was very much just going through a city. And the canyon, yeah, you definitely were in a canyon the whole time. But it just didn't feel like it changed as you went through. So it did get repetitive, but at the same time, all the stages were only like 8 to 15 minutes long, so you didn't get too much of the same thing. The boss fights were definitely unique from each other. You just only got 3 of them, which was, again, a little bit of a downside. If you just, I don't know, maybe added 2 additional bosses in like 4 stages, I feel like you would have actually had something a bit more quality here. So, I don't even know who's in the show anymore, but I don't know, maybe have a whole thing with Kevin 11, or I don't know. You could have found more from the source material, I think, to have added in 2 different ones. You could have created one just for this if you had that kind of creative liberty. I get licensed stuff gets a little tricky. But something, just to like add to it. 10 stages, 5 bosses would have felt pretty standard. Or just a little bit under that. So we're losing points for that too. The alien transformations are different enough in their abilities that it's kind of neat. It's still neat to change between, even though, yes, that is very standard of the property you're using. Ben 10 does have his alien watch that changes between different alien species. But you do get a good blend of aliens there, so it kind of helps it a little bit. I don't think what else is... like, having collectibles is neat to go look for the 3 sumo cards. I have not found any from, like, the same stage. I have not found all 3. So I can't say that they do or don't do anything. But there's not a way to really do anything with the individual cards you get them. So, at least I don't think we can... Let's try to go back, but I feel like that wasn't even really an option in there. Is that I gotta return to campsite. I was probably not going to finish this anyway. I just want to make sure that what I'm saying is accurate. This just boosts. Yeah. Always access that boost menu from here. There's just nowhere to look at the cards, right? This is the training area, and you can come back over here and train on a couple of dummies and just see who can do what. I don't see anywhere to do anything with those cards. We got stuff from different things we did. We can go not completely out that way.
If I wanted to do nothing, I'd have stayed in the rust bucket.
And then there's level select, so yeah. I will say it is neat that they kept the sumo card that I found, because I did not have one in that stage before I played today. So that's neat. But again, the sumo cards feel like they don't do anything, but I might be wrong. Maybe you just have to have the whole set and it'll do something, but there's no way to look and see what you have, so that's not really adding anything to the game. There's no additional modes to play. It basically just jump in, fight the guys in whatever stages. It is supposed to be multiplayer, I think. Was that a thing? Now I am questioning myself on this one. That's it. And Settings. Okay, so there's the thing that shows how many sumo cards you have, and there is something in the options menu for it. But I can't get down there to it. So maybe it does unlock something. Maybe if you get all 3 from a stage, you get costumes or color changes or something. I don't know, but we're also pretty limited on what we can do in the settings too. Was it back at the main menu? And you could do multiplayer. It still shows you the count for the sumo cards. But I actually don't see that. So, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is only single player. Which would be better if it was 2-player. Oh, actually, you know what? There is a way to see this. Give me a second. Let's go to the eShop information on this. Not that. Software information, eShop. Yeah, that should tell us. If it is, then I just don't have a second controller plugged in. And $24.99. Nope, it is solely a single player game. Also a missed opportunity. Because the thing is, this kind of game can get better if you have a second person playing with you. Make the boss fights a little easier. It's kind of play around and do whatever. The lack of a second player is disappointing there. So I don't know. I feel like every single aspect to this game kind of just leaves me wanting some more to it. Like there's just not enough there to have a long, fun gaming session. You just kind of go through the stages. Maybe you visit again later and try to find those cards, but ultimately just the same and repeat. So on that, I would probably have to try not to be too harsh, because like it's not broken by any means, and you could have fun with it. It's really good if you're a kid and like you're really into Ben 10. This would probably really scratch that itch for a Ben 10 game. But as just a gamer wanting to play the game, I feel like I need more from it. So I'm gonna say I don't even have a standard like hold on a second. Sorry about that. I just realized that I actually did not have a standard scale for like rating the stuff, reviewing it. And so now I do. I quickly went and created something, and so now we're just going to have a standard template. Ready? We're giving it a U score. That's 2 U's out of 5 for Ben 10. Because it was not the worst thing we've ever played, but it left a lot to be desired. So that seems fair. It's not middle of the road. It kind of dropped the ball on some things. Maybe 2-player. Might have brought it up to 3, and it could have been like, okay, you know what? You can look past some of the stuff because you could play it with somebody, get a buddy involved, and you could just go through and have fun and maybe play it again. But there's not really replayability here past just trying to find any sumo cards that you missed, and that would get frustrating having to do these stages more than maybe like 2 or 3 times consecutively, like trying to find these things. So for that, 2 U's out of 5. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you agree with my score, if you disagree, if I missed something somewhere in talking about this, if you know what those sumo cards do, definitely share that, because I have not gotten enough to say like, oh yeah, no, this is what they do, and this is better. But the fact that it doesn't clearly communicate that past maybe the first time that you see a card or when they're talking about it at the beginning. And I don't remember seeing that either. So, I don't know. But let me know what you think. If you like the video, hit the like button. Subscribe so we can get closer to 1,000 subscribers, because we're getting very close. And if you have subscribed, hit that bell notification button. Set it to everything. That way, even with the new setup, you're not going to miss anything, right? Because we're going to start just uploading a video Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and it's going to be one of, I think at the moment, 9 series. Probably add one more because I'm still kind of workshopping some ideas. So we'll have like 10 different types of videos that could show up on any of these 3 days. Plus, you know, if something happens outside of the norm, or I just kind of decide to, I can just throw one out whenever. And in those days, you might want to be hitting that bell notification so that way it pops up and it's like, hey, there's a new video to check out. So, yeah, hopefully this new setup goes better forward. That way I'm not doing the same stuff over and over because it's rough. But it's the first time I've done a review in a while. I kind of like it. So, with that, I think it's everything I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.